welcome to the King Von talk
Dude,
talk show. King Von sliding for Von the talk show. Where we repping O Block and we repping Von 100%, 24/7, 365. You know what it is. What my YNs. What up?
could you do it one more time just in case? Just say YN, but that's all I'm asking.
Yo, what's up, my YNs? The
Welcome
King
back.
Von sliding for Von O Block cast. That's what we're doing here.
Isn't O Block just Oakland, California, or did I get that wrong?
No, O Block is the projects in Chicago, and that's where Chief Keef is from.
Oh,
Chief Keef, King Von. Fuck. There's another one too. There's another guy that's from O Block that's pretty popular. I just know Keef is from there. Friend of the show, Chief Keef.
if you were watching the video portion of the podcast, my dog looks like she's sleeping on a cloud from how
She's on that.
overexposed my bed is.
Yeah, dude. She looks like she's in purgatory.
It looks like I put up a thought bubble and it's just her.
She looks disappointed that she's in purgatory. That's what
Yeah,
that looks
dude.
like. Just like
Comatose dog.
purgatory again, I guess.
Welcome back to the podcast, episode 51. We are a week away
Yeah.
from a year, and we do have some things planned, mostly on my side of things. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a one candle that you can light in the background or something?
I don't know. I have a couple big lighters strewn around here. I could do lighter tricks.
Lighter tricks?
Yeah. Hey, this is Bam Margera,
Lighter
and this is
trick.
cover myself in isopropyl alcohol and play with a lighter. That's what I can do.
In the news as of this week was a Cybertruck explosion in front of
Yeah,
Trump
it was-
Tower.
Yeah, they're trying to assassinate the YN himself, Donald Trump.
Yeah, I saw the video of it from like the security footage, and it looked like a bunch of fireworks made the vehicle explode.
Yeah, it looked like a fireworks show. It was pretty epic.
Oh,
And I can say that because nobody got hurt except the guy that set him off, the psycho Green Beret that let them off.
I
But no,
didn't
it
even know
looked
there was a
pretty
guy
epic.
in there.
Yeah, he had like guns and a Desert Eagle, and
Whoa,
he did have a Desert Eagle, which I
Whoa.
thought was very insane.
that's crazy.
Yeah, he was like a Green Beret, and he was like very decorated. And I guess he was just like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna kill myself in a Cybertruck fire in front of Las Vegas Trump Hotel or whatever it was. So good for him, American hero. Thank you for your service, whatever that
Yeah.
guy's name was.
It's interesting that I kind of went into the negative on the last day of last year. And I was like, dude, we're going to celebrate a new year, and then there's going to be a bunch of crazy shit immediately.
Less than 24 hours in, there was like there was a terrorist attack in New Orleans. There was that guy that blew himself up. I don't know. There's probably something else too.
There was a Kai
Probably-
Cenat live stream.
Yeah, Kai Cenat probably did something. That's always a tragedy when I hear about him doing anything, right? Yeah, I don't know. Israel probably annihilated some more Palestinians. That's always probably not good.
Yeah. I just think it's really weird that my mindset on things went from like doomer posting in my brain for like a couple months at least to the 1st of January, like the most optimism towards anything I've had in a while.
And it all started with that Cybertruck
Yeah.
explosion / suicide.
Yeah, how strange. But I do have a nightmare that I would like to talk about for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So last night I was sleeping, and the little creature on my bed up there was also there. And yeah, I was in a train, and it was super freaking dark, and there was all sorts of like orange lighting in the train.
Yeah.
And then I got off the train, and you know those like 90s phones against the wall? You know those?
Yeah. The
Like,
ones with the cord.
yeah, one of those rang, and I picked it up. And the lady on the other side, she just goes, "Hunt." Just like very whispery tone, "Hunt." And whoever I am in this case, he goes, "Who's hunting you?" And the lady goes, "Angel of Death." And like
Oh, Joseph Mengele.
literally in like the scariest tone possible of a whisper.
Sounds metal.
And then she just hangs up, and I wake up at the same time because I didn't want to see what death looked like. Yeah, that was
Well, the
my
Angel of
dream
Death.
last night.
The Angel of Death is Joseph Mengele, the
Hmm.
guy from Auschwitz that did experiments on all those Jewish people and Jewish twins. So maybe there's something to do with that.
Do you think
You
I
know?
time traveled last night into a dystopian, like Nazi timeline?
I mean, maybe. What kind of train was it? Did it look like something out of like Wolfenstein or
it
something?
it was very dark, and most of the lighting was orange. It's all I got, man.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't Nazi Germany. They didn't like stuff that was dark. They
Mm.
liked the exact opposite,
Mm.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Uh, couldn't be them. I don't know. I had a nightmare last night that I was back in high school and a mentally disabled kid kept like stealing my food,
Ah.
and there was nothing I could do about it because the kid was mentally disabled.
Mm.
So wasn't much of a nightmare, more of a very anger-inducing, frustrating dream
Mm-hmm.
that I couldn't just eat my food in peace.
Gotcha.
That's what I was dreaming about last night.
Yeah, it's weird because my mood shift, just to start the year with a bunch of optimism, is then counteracted with literally the scariest thing you can hear in a dream. So it's like, I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I might have to
I don't
write.
know, I think this year's about to be cooked.
I might have to write a short film or something just around this dream I had. Just because of how outrageous it is to like try to piece together.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think this year is going to be even more cooked than 2024 was.
Why is that?
I think the CIA and
Mhm.
the FBI and Mossad are going to like triple and quadruple down on like psyop, like like oh my god, like fuck. I have to be careful how I speak so that I don't get us just reamed by YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think these people in these intelligence agencies in the deep state they're just going to start doing insane stuff that is so insane that even the layman that probably wouldn't normally believe in the deep state and like stuff like that um will probably be like, all right, this is strange, this is off kilter, because there's plenty of that in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like these agencies and deep state actors are getting worse and worse at trying to hide this stuff. And I think 2025 they're just going to try and throw as much of it at us as possible, just to try and like muddy the waters on what's real and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not believing any of it. That's my New Year's resolution, is to not believe anything the government says.
Something that came up in my feed during the Christmas game that the Chiefs had. Patrick Mahomes blocked a part of his headband. He is number 15, but when you block a certain
Number
part of the 15, it looks like a Nazi symbol.
Number 15,
So-
Patrick Mahomes is a Nazi.
So people were like unironically connecting him to Nazis, and I was like, what?
That's funny.
This is strange.
That is very funny. I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, that came up when I was eating my lunch today. But yeah, there's just been a lot of like small things in the past couple days where it's like I'm trying to keep so much optimism, and then there's negative all over, and now my dreams are negative. It's strange time.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm pretty positive, I would say, about 2025, but
Mm.
I'm positive that it's going to be cooked.
Mm.
And I think I will be vindicated
I
by the end of the
think.
year. By this time next year, I will be vindicated that
Mm.
2025 was even more cooked than 2024.
I think there's a good chance that another annoying person will get really popular on Twitch.
Like, is it going to be I Show Slow? Is that going to be the next guy?
Yeah, yeah. It's like Speed, not Speed. What's that guy's name? The kid that was the guy that's like 27, and he was friends with Jinxie. What was that guy's name again? Was it Speed?
Is it Queso?
No, it's the guy with the glasses. I forgot his name.
Neon.
Different glasses. Man, that's strange. I can't remember that poor man's name. Anyway.
Well, he probably sucks.
Well, he played Madden against a bunch of actual football players, and
Did he
was
win?
pretty good. I just don't remember this
Shit.
poor guy's name. Sketch is that guy's name.
I vaguely remember him.
But I'm gonna say that I Show Slow would be the sketch of I Show Speed. It would be pretty good. That'd be a pretty good comparison, I think. Yeah, it's been a really interesting handful of days over here. Nothing too crazy. I'm trying to think about new ideas for videos and new ideas for pods and everything.
You should do you should do my history with hot dog.
I'm not sure about that.
My history with burger. My
Ooh,
history with burger and
ooh,
hot dog.
Ooh, my history with burger would go hard.
Yeah, dude.
Because I literally get a burger almost every time I'm out. Because it's like the cheapest thing.
Burger is like honestly one of the best foods. I don't care what anybody says. I'll fight to the death over burger, dude.
I also like
You have no idea.
I also like chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich is good. I like Nashville hot chicken sandwich, dude.
Ooh. All right.
On Monday, this past Monday, actually. Or no, I was actually the Monday before that. I was looking for a Nashville hot chicken sandwich and could not find one. This is because the left, they're trying to suppress the Nashville hot chicken sandwich. It is deplorable and disgusting, and I will not have it as President of the United States. That's how I felt. Then when I couldn't get that, I wanted chili dog. Couldn't get that shit either. So, yeah, 2 Mondays ago was a very rough time in my life. Maybe one of the roughest. So, yeah.
I was joking that maybe I should do a Costco, guys, and film in a Walmart all the time and be a Walmart guy.
Should do Meyer.
Or Kmart guy.
Kmart guy. Yeah, there you go. We're Kmart guys. Everything's below $1 because the store is closing.
It'd be really funny if you filmed half of it and then I filmed half of it in separate locations. Yeah. And then we chopped it together and put it up.
Yeah.
It's like completely different lighting, completely different spots in the store.
Yeah. Mine would be like, we're Kmart guys. I'm in a Target because I can't find a Kmart anywhere near me anymore.
We're Kmart guys. I think there's one in Nashville.
Have you ever been in a Kmart?
I've been in 2 Kmarts my entire life.
There used to be one where I grew up, and my mom would take us to Kmart all the time, but now I can't think of the last time I saw a Kmart. There
Hmm.
was a super Kmart near where I grew up after the Wadsworth Kmart closed. There was a super Kmart somewhere, but it was like on its last legs, so it was not a very super Kmart at
Hmm.
all.
Yeah, the Kmart I went to, I think, was in Fremont for like a long time.
Yeah.
And then I moved, and then it closed. And then there was
Yeah.
another one in Sandusky, I thought.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh man.
I miss being over there, but I do not miss how cold it gets.
Yeah, it's cold as shit and snowy right now. There's
Yeah.
snow all over the place. It's all over the ground, all over the trees, the roofs even.
Yeah. We were thinking of heading around there every once in a while for a bit. And then we realized like travel expense is crazy. So we're
Yeah.
like, like got question marks on it.
Yeah, you should write a letter to Donald Trump about it, see if he can fix that.
I kind of want to make that nightmare I brought up into a short film,
About
but
Donald Trump.
the the angel of death nightmare I had, and there's like a lot of substance there that I could work with.
Yeah, you got to write down everything and then
Yeah,
everything about it and then go from there, I think. That'd be pretty fun.
yeah, because I know a train area, and I can ask if I can consensually film the train moving around and then color correct it.
No, you don't have to ask to do that. You can just film trains.
For real? But what if
Yeah,
I'm
I
like
mean,
inside the train?
if you're inside the train, okay, that might complicate things a little more.
Yeah.
I just know autistic people film trains all the time from the outside. So,
Well, they also got train sets. They don't have to be out in the wild.
yeah, they do it though because like a train will come by. They have it scheduled and like the autistic people just know like the back of their hand the schedule and they're like the train will come by and they'll be like, "This is the General Election the General Electric, the EH350 800 train, and this came out in they designed this in 2003 and it hit the rails in 2012 and I like this train a lot because this train is really cool and yeah, they'll just like do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you can find it on YouTube. I'm sure if you search
I
train crossing
I
and then
don't want to
sort
just
by
use
upload date.
B-roll though. I don't want to use
Yeah, no,
B-roll.
definitely don't use Jonathan Thimbleton's autistic train rants as your B-roll. I wouldn't do that.
I kind of want to do in-person filming of it from the
Yeah,
inside
definitely.
and then color correct it. And
Yeah.
then for that scene where like I get off the train and I go straight to this phone on the wall, I have to find a place that has a phone on the wall.
Yeah.
And then I have to color correct that.
You have to find some diner that hasn't updated their interior decorating in like 25 years or something
Exactly.
at minimum.
I have to go
I'm
to
sure-
a fucking Johnny Rockets or some shit and film
Yeah, I'm
it.
sure if you found some Johnny Rockets type place and be like, "Hey, do you guys have a phone on the wall?" They may or like there's a 50-50 chance they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you on it right now."
That's pretty sick. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry to keep sidetracking back into that nightmare, but it keeps coming up in my mind. It's just a very strange thing that I didn't know I would dream about.
Yeah.
Other than that, Wednesday, literally the first day of this year, Logan and Tyler and I sat down and we played a new campaign of sorts for Wednesdays. Now we're looking at a wacky Wild West situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a cowboy with one eye, and I can't swim. I'm John Marston minus an eye.
Pretty cool.
And then Logan's character does not like city people. And he was also in jail for like 10 years. So we meet up off a train in that game. And then we are tasked with hunting a Sasquatch.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're...
Do you get to do Sasquatch calls and like roll for performance on how good your Sasquatch call was?
Well, the thing is, we had to go through a forest area to get there, right?
Yeah.
And there are Native Americans stalking
Indians.
us. Yes, stalking us from a distance on a bridge. And we could either climb up the mountain and get on the bridge and fight them, or go around. My guy cannot swim, but we are passing through a river. So I'm like, can we just like ride on horseback across the river and not drown real quick? So we do that. Make it across the river, no issue, right? We find a camp and we settle in. We got 3 tents set up because of Tyler's character also being there. Tyler's character is a kooky old man who is very funny. So we're all sleeping, and then a bear shows up. And we're like, oh shit, that's a bear. Old man cannot hear that shit. He literally has a card that says he cannot hear shit. So it's just me and Logan shooting and punching the shit out of a bear for like 10 minutes of gameplay.
Punching the bear.
Literally, Logan was just like, I'm just gonna unarmed punch this thing in the face like 4 times. So we do that, and we take hunks of the bear, and we also skin the bear, and then we cook the bear, eat the bear. The whole objective is to come back with at least a piece of evidence that we got the Yeti, or Sasquatch, whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, maybe the bear pelt, we could substitute it, in case we don't find something. Thing is, next morning, we finally make it to where the Sasquatch is.
Yeah.
And my guy immediately gets terrified, and he hides behind his horse. But Tyler's character...
That is not good squatching etiquette. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Tyler's character figures out that there have been traps, bear traps, in front of the Sasquatch cave the entire time that we have been in that area. So he's like, Logan's character, just don't go through the bear traps. Thing is, Sasquatch turns up, comes out of the cave, a real one, 7 foot plus, just staring at him, staring at Logan. And then Logan starts flirting with it.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
He's quite literally like, hey, big boy, how you doing? And his character slowly gets dragged into the cave. And
Does he fuck it?
And the Sasquatch, he like force feeds Logan's character food from a cauldron.
Nice.
And from raw meat and all this stuff. It's just like a pleasant little date in there. But my guy has finally unshaken from being terrified of this Sasquatch. What's up, man?
Sorry, I'm just looking for something. Continue.
You're so close to the camera. It's crazy looking.
It's all right. You can continue. You can continue talking.
Okay. So my guy is finally not scared. So he comes up to the cave and he goes, we need to get rid of this damn Sasquatch. And he shoots at the Sasquatch. I believe I struck the Sasquatch's head and made a big scene out of it. And then Logan reasoned with us and said, hey, what if we just leave him here? Keep him company. Somebody stays here after the fact, but we give him a haircut and just put it on the bear pelt. So we go through and we give him a nice, like, low taper fade looking haircut.
You give him the look.
I straight up said that shit when we brought up giving him a haircut. So we give him a low taper fade, and we also trim his chest hair and whatnot, and we attach it to the bear pelt. And then Logan goes, all right, well, like, whenever the quest is done, I'm just going to go back to where Sasquatch is and live with him. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So all three of us come back to the camp. Now, there is something I have not mentioned. Before we left the camp, there was one Native American who came out of a tree and said that he is going to cover our track for the camp. He's going to just stay there and keep it cozy. Okay?
You get ambushed by engines.
Now, here's the thing. We come back from shaving the Yeti and giving him a low taper fade and plucking all the hair into the bear pelt. And then we come back to just that Native American. Thing is, when we were having issues, I was getting frustrated over the Sasquatch as a character, and I literally told the Native American before he left, I said, as long as there's nothing wrong happening when I'm out of here, we're fine. And then I went to bed. Now, all three of us went to bed. Guess what?
The Sasquatch came back and he wanted sloppy seconds from Logan's guy.
There is a shake in one of the tents. There's crawling. And then a thud. Tyler's character has been killed and replaced by something else.
Sasquatch 2?
Tyler's character runs out and walks into Logan's tent and tries to stick its long tongue down Logan's throat to take over his body.
Fascinating. Oh.
Logan has the wherewithal to turn over. And then the old man goes into my tent and does the same thing. But I'm a little too aware. I wake up. I go, what the fuck is that? I shoot at it. I shoot at it again. It's obviously not old man anymore. It's something else.
You started quick scoping.
Pretty much. I literally just started going bang, 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 bang. It was crazy. Okay. So now the old man is outside by the campfire in the middle of the tents. And it's revealed to be a skinwalker.
Oh, hell yeah. Now we're talking.
So
this is my wheelhouse.
So me and Logan just shoot and punch the fuck out of this thing for like 18 turns. Literally, it just takes forever to get rid of this. And then, immediately, I just tell Logan, I'm going to go and deliver this bear pelt and get out of here. And Logan goes, I'll go with you because I want to protect you and I don't like this.
Yeah, I was almost raped by a skinwalker.
Yeah. So now that Tyler's character is dead, me and Logan return to the quest giver, and he goes, all right, well, this definitely looks like a Yeti pelt. Thank you. And he's all happy about it. But I'm paranoid. You see, when I was attacked by the skinwalker, I drew a fear card. I have a fear of skinwalkers.
Yeah.
I walk up to Logan and I go, there is a damn sure chance that man right there is a skinwalker. Logan, if you go back to where our friend is, you must protect him from that man. That our friend being the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And with that, I ride off back into town. Alone. That was our solo session.
Damn, was it a one-shot?
Yeah.
Damn. That sounds pretty fun. You can make a whole ass campaign.
I
That,
know.
I think.
It accidentally turned out to be like the best story because he had 5 other stories set up. It was really cool.
Yeah, there's like a video game. I think it's called Hunt Showdown or something, and it's like Wild West guys, but they're fighting cryptids and shit.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think it's called Hunt Showdown. I forget what exactly it's called. But that's what that reminds me of. It's that game. Nah, it sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. There's a bit more like complicated things, but it doesn't take long to understand it. It's kind of like how Fallout is a different thing. It's the same kind of situation.
Yeah, it's a new system.
Yeah. The thing is, like, technically I've had like 7 separate things that we played on Wednesdays now, and it's just crazy.
That's pretty epic.
I think I wrote a list. Hold on. It's not that paper. Hold on. Okay. I do have a literal paper that I wrote these on, by the way. We have Batman, Fallout, literal D&D, Cyberpunk, Vampire the Masquerade, and now this wild, crazy West one.
Yeah, Yippee-ki-yay Skinwalker Sasquatch rape fetish. the tabletop.
Yeah, dude. It was it's interesting that we have so much stuff on Wednesday that we could look into. And
yeah.
I definitely probably forgot one of them. But I just hope whatever we're doing is at least interesting, and every time it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I really like Batman right now.
A Batman.
Yeah. Thing is, none of us playing are good guys.
Yeah.
We're all thugs.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
We're all thugs in this case. And the goal,
like young thug.
The goal is to survive Batman as much as possible. And if he knocks you out, there's a time skip. That's how we're doing it. Whenever Batman knocks your shit in, you are out for months at a time.
That's insane.
Yeah. So it ended the second session, I think, with Batman breaking one of the guy's arms and then breaking another guy's ankle. So we were out for like 9 months of a time skip.
Holy shit, dude. A baby was definitely born within that 9-month period.
Mm-hmm.
That's how long it takes. Fun fact.
And with Batman, I feel like we should just start like making him more difficult to fight with more time going by, because he would learn more over time, right?
Yeah, that would make sense.
And I just know by the time we properly fight Batman, he's going to be like level 100 in the system, and he's just going to break our shit in every time. That's going to be like the worst thing ever, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what's your character? I'm a level 100 Batman. I'm level 100 Batman.
Dude, when Tyler gets control of level 100 Batman, he's just going to crush us every time.
Yeah.
He has the freeze gun and the grapple gun and the code decoder and he has cocaine for cocaine guy.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of level 100 Batman. I feel like that YN doesn't even have superpowers yet.
At that
Like
point, like, he probably would have cybernetics because we are using cyberpunk system.
I feel like he'd just be carrying around a bunch of shit like a carpetbagger
Mm,
from
mm.
like post Civil War. He just has a big suitcase full of shit,
Yeah.
like a comically large suitcase.
Well, that's what the pouch around his waist is supposed to do. Is supposed to hold all the stuff he has.
Yeah, he has a giant fanny pack
Pretty much.
around his waist.
I just know for Arkham games, they were like, oh no, he just has that up his ass, I guess. Like, he's got no pouch, no backpack, nothing. He just takes it out of his ass and throws it around. So whenever it's his batarang, I think it's like a gorilla throwing his poop around.
I have that shitty Fox News that I talk about every now and then.
Yeah.
We have Speaker Johnson takes pictures with representatives. There's a baby in that picture. I don't think babies can be
What
representatives.
is the baby
of the United
representative?
States. Yeah, is that the
Is that Illinois representative right there?
Yeah, Illinois representative diarrhea
3-month
baby sin.
old.
Yeah. Like, this is definitely less than a 1-year-old child. Maybe it's a 1-year-old child. I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time around children, so I wouldn't know
Yeah.
how old one is supposed to
You
be.
know
But I
you
mean,
know what's strange?
that baby definitely does not understand legal lingo. I'm telling you right now.
You know what's strange?
Yeah. What is strange?
A newborn baby is called a 0-old baby, and then we go by
Yes.
months.
Not in South Korea. In South Korea, a newborn baby is a 1-year-old baby.
I think they have it
That's
right.
real.
I think they have it right.
No, they don't. They don't
They
have it right.
don't?
Come on. No. Who? What country is the reason South Korea they're not living in huts right now? It's the United States. Clearly, we have it right, and they're capping.
It
They're
just
doing
seems
such cap.
It just seems strange that we would go 0, a month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, and not
What do you mean that seems weird? That seems
Like-
completely logical.
like your baby is in there for 9 months at most, right? Or sometimes
Yeah.
babies are late and they're like 10
in
months.
in the
right?
gestation period. Yeah.
So you don't count any of the months when they're in there, right?
Oh, ulterior. That's a very good. That's like the pro-life, like pro-abortion argument right there.
I'm just saying, like, do you count the 9 months they're in there, or do you not?
I guess it depends on whether or not you support abortion. I don't know. I wouldn't say. I don't know. That's a slippery slope that I'm not going to get into on this show.
It's just like a logistics of like the month thing is what I'm getting
Yeah.
at.
Well, the whole abortion argument
And
is
it's not the abortion part I'm talking about. I
does
just
the
mean
baby
like
become a living thing.
I just mean like the 9 months of pregnancy.
I know, but
you don't count
I'm not
that.
saying that's what you're
for
talking about. I'm just
age.
saying that there are some parallels to that argument that you bring up
Mm,
in what you're saying.
mm,
Because to be honest, abortion is not personally much of an issue
Mhm.
for me.
Mhm.
You know, I don't get pregnant, so quite frankly, you know, and I'm not real popular with the ladies, so it's not like I'm knocking them up left and right.
mhm.
But like, you know, I don't know. It's definitely not something that I've thought about to like really any extent.
Yeah.
I
It-
just listen to people
I-
complain. I just watch people complain about
I'm not
either
trying to
side
make
online.
a big scene about it. It's just like in my
don't
brain
think
it's
you are.
like the timing thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like in my brain I might count the months when they're in there. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But you know, like I know at least one dude, and I will not say who I used to be like pretty much at school with, like constantly.
And he got pregnant.
He counted the 9 months he was in there. So he would always say like 6 months ahead of time that it was his birthday.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
And I was like, huh. That is an interesting situation. Because I don't even understand why we start with newborn/0 when a baby's around.
I don't know. I just think it's when the thing comes out of the pussy. I think that's the main thing when it comes to that.
I guess it's
coming out the pussy is the standard.
I guess it's a established beginning is when you're out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's leave it with that. I didn't know you were going to get deep with it in that way. Yeah. My bad.
Like I said, that is a slippery slope when you start talking about that type of shit.
I'll end the conversation of that there because that's
Listen,
pretty
I'll
interesting.
sit here and I will debate the existence of the deep state and to the day I die. That is not something that
we need to cut off with this really quick here. Dude, if I brought that up on like a comedic level of like stand-up routine, people would be like, what is this dude talking about? What is YN talking about?
Yeah.
They would get so mad at me for even bringing that up.
This Mike Johnson guy, the new Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
I believe he's the Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
He looks like Bob Saget.
Huh.
Like,
is that why they all voted for him?
I don't know. He's taking pictures with Indians right now, so I know Elon Musk is probably just like creaming his pants. I guarantee he's watching shitty Fox News right now, and he's just creaming over these Indians being on the TV.
Oh, this is something that I saw. Guess what?
I could not guess.
People are not paying for subscriptions towards any sort of sport. So people have went to websites like methstreams.com in order to watch football.
Methstreams.com sounds like a Twitch equivalent where I can see people like talk about gang stalking and like film strangers and yell at them.
The thing is, people would stream like out of market games, which means like if you're in Indianapolis, you do not usually see the Los Angeles games. But they would stream that, or they would stream college games you usually couldn't see. And then they got caught by the NCAA, which is for college, and NFL for pro football, and the NBA, all for streaming games illegally without their permission.
What about the YNCAA? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. But yeah,
the YNCAA is O-block basketball games that end in gunfights whenever a team loses.
But yeah, R.I.P. meth streams. They were taken down on New Year's Day.
That's sad.
And then Friday the 13th, the game got taken down on New Year's Day. You can no longer play as Jason and stab people for 20 minutes of gameplay.
That was the one with that like California Girls dance meme that was going on, right? Was that that game?
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks that I can never do that again. Not that I did it in the first place, but
I think Jason Voorhees is in Fortnite the game now, so it's fine.
Yeah, they got a bunch of crazy shit going on with Fortnite the game. They had Skibbity Toilet.
They got Doja Cat in there now.
I like Doja Cat.
I want that skin. But
you can buy it. Just gotta pay for $50.
They also got.
I was legitimately thinking about shelling out some money for $1, even though I don't play Fortnite that often, so I can get the Skibbity Toilet pack.
I really want Johnny Silverhand skin because I already got the John Wick skin.
Yeah, I don't have really any. I have very few cosmetics in that game, and the ones that I do were like free. That you could just redeem and get, but I would happily spend money to get the Skibbity Toilet pack.
Do you like how damn bad I am about Doja Cat? I want that skin.
Yeah,
I want that skin.
I don't blame you, dude. I do not blame you. I like Doja Cat. I think she makes good music.
She is very creative. creatively
she's hot.
in that. But yeah.
Yeah. Wonder what Doja Cat thinks about whether or not you should add the 9 months in gestation to babies. I'm sure she has some complex, very deep opinions on that, you know?
Yeah.
Doja Cat, who made Moo.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cause a big scene about it. It's just when you have an internal...
There was definitely not a big scene, and if somebody's going to
Yeah.
make one out of it, they're retarded.
Yeah. It's just a mentality thing, I guess, of how to look at it. But also, I do not have to deal with said thing, so I guess I don't have a reason to say. It's kind of like that one retard guy who was like, video games are ruining mentalities of thousands of millions of people. Let's get rid of video games in like 2005.
Yeah. That was a really funny point in like the history of media, where anytime anything bad would happen, it was just like, well, they were playing Call of Duty,
Yeah,
so clearly Call of Duty made them
He
kill a
called
bunch
this
of
guy.
people.
He called this guy the N-word in MW2, and that's why he shot up people.
Yeah.
It's not how
Yeah, no,
those
they
connect.
have guns in these games, therefore that's gonna make people like kill people, right? Like, duh. Like, yeah, that was a very crazy time. I can remember being a kid, and that's the first time I felt like any sort of activism towards like a cause in my life was like, yeah, no, video games definitely aren't making people kill other people. It's definitely not Call of Duty doing that.
It's mostly just like temperaments and where you live in the world.
Yeah, and the fact that the U.S. has for-profit mental health care, which, you know, if you can't get mental health care, your odds of doing something drastic and that harms a lot of people goes up pretty significantly, I would say. Yeah, that's my whole thing with it. But, you know, Call of Duty definitely didn't spur on Sandy Hook or whatever. Like, that wasn't Call of Duty that did that.
That was Doom. They said it was Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, Doom. Yeah, that's even funnier because that's an 8-bit, like, not 8-bit, but that's like
early shooter.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. That is even more funny to me when people would blame Doom for like violence.
Like they literally have you fighting through hell. So
yeah, I mean, at that point, if you're gonna blame Doom, you might as well be like, well, they had a MIDI of Master of Puppets in the game, so I think the MIDI of Master of Puppets, that's what caused that. Yeah. But it's funny too because during like the Satanic Panic during the 80s, they were blaming like bands like that. Like they blamed like Metallica and Ozzy. They even blamed like Twisted Sister. I don't know when the last time you looked at Twisted Sister from the 80s. They looked like a bunch of fucking clowns. They looked like the proto version of Insane Clown Posse. Like, how the hell is that going to spur people on? Who's going to look at Twisted Sister, D Snyder wearing drag in like pink armor or whatever, and they're going to say, yeah, that's going to cause child sacrifice. Like, you have to be really fucking stupid.
Yeah, they were blaming Dungeons and Dragons for Satanism. For
and
like
they were
long time.
Right to. They were absolutely right to. Dungeons and Dragons. When I started playing D&D, immediately I was like, man, Molag and Baal? Yeah, I'm down with those two cats. Yeah. The first time I played Pathfinder.
Man. It's my favorite. I love all of this.
Yeah, the moment I started doing that, I started like making pentagram candle circles in my bedroom and like worshiping Satan. Like that's what the first time I ever played a tabletop, that's what I did.
Yeah, and they would like bring up Cthulhu as being like the main problem.
Yeah, an H.P. Lovecraft book from like the 1920s.
Yeah, I was like, I think Satanism is when you wear horns and you actively are a bad person. I'm not sure what else Satanism would be.
Nowadays, Satanism is like the deep state doing Jeffrey Epstein shit because they're all into Satan.
Well, technically, we could say the Diddy parties is a Satanism situation. Yeah.
Diddy's a deep state asset. Like they do Satan stuff. No, I don't know. People that are like, I've never met somebody. Actually, no, that's a lie. I met one person that was like, they were like, yeah, I am a Satanist, and they were the like lamest fucking human being on the planet.
What's
like,
funny?
Quite literally.
What's funny is that creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, right? He was like, hey, I'm going to make a character who's going to win the martial arts tournament after Goku for like 10 years straight, and I'm going to call him Mr. Satan.
That's funny.
So whenever the crowd would cheer for him, they would go, Hail Satan, in the dub. And that might actually be a Dragon Ball Z abridged joke. But they still say, like, yeah, Satan, woo. They're like chanting for it, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then in the States, they were so afraid of it, even in the 90s, that they had to change the name to Hercule, like Hercules without an S.
Hercules.
And I was like, it was literally a joke about Satanism, and you're afraid of it. That's crazy.
Yeah. And a cartoon.
Yeah.
For children.
Yeah. Like Fairly Odd Parents. No, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Powerpuff Girls. The main bad guy is literally Satan, but they had to call him Him, as the character name.
Yeah, they made him like gay too.
They made him
kind of
gay
funny.
as hell. It was crazy.
Because
like
I feel like, yeah, there's like some kind of thing in Satanism where it's like, yeah, Satan's gay, and I think it's funny that they put that in Powerpuff Girls. It's funny too that Russia has like, I remember like some years back there are all these news headlines. There's like, Russia just made the most powerful ICBM, and they called it Satan 1. It's like they're like, yes, this is the worst one. We call it Satan. This is worst
this one is vile. We must call it that.
This is most evil atom bomb we've ever made in history of Russia. We call it Satan 1. It's like, holy shit, dude. What's going to happen when Satan 2 comes out? Is that one going to be worse?
It's like a movie series.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just going to keep going until there's like 19 of them motherfuckers, and they're like, well, I guess we make Satan 20 now. Through 19 yet.
What's crazy is that they were all super scared about Satanism and all that kind of stuff all the way through the 90s. And then Underworld came out. And they didn't give a shit. They were just like, oh yeah, Underworld, that's fine. And like, it's literally hell.
What's Underworld?
It's literally hell, but we're fine with Underworld, the movie. We're fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like metal a lot. There's definitely some satanic imagery in that stuff, but
yeah.
I don't know. Like, a lot of it's like, is this really that bad? I mean, it's like metal. It's supposed to be like evil and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I've drawn pentagrams like as graffiti places because I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me a Satanist. Like, I could write fucking metal songs about Satan and not like the motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know. It's an interesting little way that we've changed in culture sense, because it used to be like, we need to censor all sorts of stuff, and now it's like no filter anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. I have like the whole censorship thing is definitely a double-edged sword, because the thing is, people on the right are like, yeah, we're anti-censorship, but we want to censor these things. Then people on the left are like, oh, well, we're more anti-censorship, even though we want to censor all of this stuff. And it's just like, it's a very stupid thing. My whole thing is people should be able to do whatever
like people should be able to not do, but like when it comes to censorship, people should be able to say what they want
Yeah.
within reason.
Yeah.
Within a certain amount of
Like,
reason. You should not be able to go out on the street corner
yeah.
and call black people the N-word
Yeah.
and like be okay with that. Like if you get your ass beat for doing that, like nobody should be prosecuted for whooping your ass. Like if you say that to a black person, they whoop your ass.
Yeah.
The black person that does that should not go to jail. However, you know, if you're like a stand-up comedian,
Yeah.
like Louis C.K. has a thing where he says the N-word hard R, and it's a funny joke, and it's really
Yeah, but he has a
not at
lead
any.
up. It's not just direct.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. Like he's not saying it at anybody's expense. He's just saying it because he thinks the word is kind of funny, and he thinks like the parameters that see she knows. She knows.
Like,
look at her.
you
She
talking
knows.
about? My dog woke up.
But no, like you shouldn't just not be able to say it all together. But like if you can do it in a way that's like constructive and like funny, like there like context matters when it comes to censorship stuff.
That's
you know?
why.
I
That's
think
why Kramer
context should
got in
be-
trouble. He just got mad
Yeah,
at the
he was-
crowd and called a dude the N-word like 8 times.
That was legitimately racist, and he should not have done that. However, Louis C.K. does it on a stage, and I think it's fine because it's funny.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
has a lead into it. It's not just, I'm going to call a random person in the crowd this word.
Yeah, there's a difference between saying something like that, in one way versus another. Like context matters a lot, and a lot of people don't realize, just like even on a greater level when it comes to censorship, context is the biggest thing that comes to that. And I think that it's very important that people understand that, even though nowadays nobody wants to.
Sorry, I've been slowly laughing at myself for the video portion because my camera went from being blisteringly overexposed to being terribly underexposed in the span of like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you look like you're hunting for the Red October right now.
Dude, it
in that
looks like my
submarine.
nightmare a little. Like this light is the reddish orange light from the train and everything coming from the microphone.
It's becoming real.
I know. This is scary. Next I'm going to hear Angel of Death.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Maybe that should be maybe I should make a shirt with Angel of Death on it, and then on the back it's the new logo that I've been working on and holding on to for a minute.
Yeah. I don't know, you might come under some fire from the band Slayer. It's one of their most noteworthy songs is Angel of Death. Off the Rain in Blood album.
Gotcha. Well, I believe that's the end of this week's Northwest Trenches podcast.
This week's YN King Von Extraordinaire podcast.
We will see you guys next week with the year anniversary of this podcast, minus a couple practice episodes. Technically, I think last week was our year anniversary, if we count the practices. But, yeah.
But the official, we're talking official here.
That is true. All right. See you guys next time.
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen.
And you don't seem to understand.